sweet friends, welcome back. Today we are kicking off my winter decorating series here in our living room. If you're new here, hi, my name is Amy and welcome. Now, in these decorating series, what I like to do is take you room to room as I redecorate our spaces for that holiday or season. So we are currently in winter, and here in West Virginia, we're going to have lots of cold, snowy weather for a few more months. So I don't like to jump straight into spring decor, but rather create a cozy space for us to enjoy. And so the color palette that I like to go with is inspired by looking right outside our window. So it's a lot more moody and dark. So colors of black, brown, lots of creams, white if it is snow, dark greens, and then if you look into the woods, the leaves on the ground kind of create a cognac color, which I'm also going to be incorporating into the room. So I'm excited to see how it all turns out. I hope you are too. If you do enjoy today's video, I'd appreciate a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, in today's video, we'll be doing a few painting projects on old decor, and I'll also be sharing with you some new finds from Target as well as Hobby Lobby. So without further ado, friends, let's go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoy. So here is your first look into our living room. If you happen to miss my video where I took down all the Christmas decor in this room and shared how I stored it all, I can go ahead and leave that one linked up in a card as well as down in the description box. Since then, I've gone ahead and taken the few things that I did leave out on my surfaces away. And as you can see, we are starting with a completely fresh canvas. But before we cozy up this space, let's first start out by quickly transforming some old decor pieces with paint to update and refresh them. That way they'll be good and dry when we're ready to decorate with them later today. To completely change this basket from the typical farmhouse look that I'm no longer in love with to a more clean, modern basket, I'm using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Truffle. This is a basket that I keep tucked under our coffee table for a rolled up cozy blanket that I've been reaching a lot for during these cold evenings. Paint is a super cheap and effective way to really transform old, outdated, no longer loved decor pieces into ones that you're going to love for years to come. So if you're like me and have pieces that maybe tend to look more farmhouse, why don't you try and give them a coat of fresh paint before you toss them out and run out and buy new. That way you'll save lots of money, and really you're going to renew that piece for many years to come. After painting a piece of decor that is going to set on a tabletop surface, I always like to apply these felt pads on the bottom to protect our furniture. Alright, so once that's done, we'll go ahead and set this basket to the side to dry and move on to another basket. But this time, it's the handles of the basket that tend to bother me. It's the little details that really pull a room together. So to change the look of this, I'm going to just take some rub and buff and go over the silver chrome handle. Since I have nothing in our home that is silver, I think this is just going to complement and coordinate better with the room. The color that I'm using in the rub and buff is antique gold. I'm just going to add a bit onto a paper towel and make sure that I go all the way around the handle so that it is nice and coated. I'll do a couple of coats, and that will finally satisfy my urge to have every detail coordinate and flow nicely together. Now back to the cozy winter decorating. Now for this room, we'll be hanging a couple different art prints, and I like to use these monkey hooks, especially in the places where we do not have a stud. I'll also be using this laser level to make sure everything turns out nice and level. So I'm going to do all the necessary measuring to get these 3 canvases hung. And so typically the center of your artwork should hit around 60 inches from the floor. And then between each art canvas, I'm spacing them 3 inches apart. I'm super excited to hang these 3 new canvas landscape pieces that I picked up new from Hobby Lobby. And if you happen to miss my Hobby Lobby shop with me, I'll go ahead and link that one as well. I knew instantly that I wanted them to hang here on this wall. So I hope that they bring in lots of texture and moody colors that are perfect for the winter. And then on the flip side, because the sky has the lighter colors, come spring and summer, I'll be able to incorporate those colors and make our space look really fresh and bright. I figure since we're already working on the walls, we'll go ahead and finish up with the rest of the wall decor before moving on to styling the mantle for the winter. To the arched wall plaque, I'm adding this simple Goodwill basket that I'm going to add a few Norfolk pine that I found from Amazon and used during Christmas. All of my Christmas is packed away except for a small bin filled with pine and pine cones, which I think will work perfectly for winter too. Although I have enjoyed the simple, clean look after taking all of the Christmas decor down, I'm excited to bring this room back to life with more moody colors, plus lots of texture, which I think will help cozy up the space. The two prints that I'm adding to this wall came from Hobby Lobby, and I actually used them in a gallery wall with other prints last year. And although I did love it, I like changing things up, so this year I needed a change. Each season, I like to find and display a beautiful TV screen art that matches and coordinates with our surrounding decor. You can find many options to choose from here on YouTube. To our mantle, I'm going to keep it fairly simple. To the center, I'm going to add some nice warm texture with a basket. Then I'm going to again fill it with some of those Norfolk branches. Since the basket is a little on the smaller side, I am going to allow the pine to extend on the edges to fill in a little bit better under the TV and give a little bit more interest. And then to embellish it just a little further, I'm coming in and sprinkling it with just a few pine cones. Now to each side of the TV, to add a little bit of height, I'm going to add the tallest and shortest iron candlestick holders from Kirkland's. I absolutely love the glow of candlelight, especially during the winter. So I found these textured honeycomb real wax taper candles from Amazon, and I just love them. I love that they can be turned on and off by a remote, plus I don't have to worry about the fire hazard of a real candle. Moving down to the little exit table that came from Decor Steals, I'm repeating the decor that I used for Christmas, but instead of using a light up house inside the cloche, instead I'm going to fill it with a handful of pine cones. Now it's time to add a cozy blanket. This one is from Target, and I love to just kind of throw it over the back of the chair very casually. And I love to have it here for color, but I also love to have it here to snuggle up with, have a cup of hot coffee, read my daily devotion, and really get my morning started off right. I'm also going to add this lumbar style pillow cover that came from Amazon, and I love that it is black, and then it just pulls out the black that is in the Hobby Lobby print that ties the whole look together. To dress up the cabinet that I scored from TJ Maxx on clearance, I haven't yet tired of my DIY vessels, so I'm bringing 2 of these back, but I'm not going to add any type of greenery or florals to them, not quite yet. But to the opposite side, I am adding this new plant that I picked up from the Hearth and Hand line. I absolutely love it. It's very realistic, and I love pulling out houseplants. But if you're like me and have a black thumb and cannot keep plants alive, these faux options are perfect. And they just bring a little bit of life to your otherwise sterile looking spaces. Swinging over to our end table, I'll style around the lamp there that was from Target, adding just a couple of book boxes that I found from Hobby Lobby. Then, to add a bit of character and also bring in a touch of brass, I'm adding this antique candle holder and small candle. And then another Hearth and Hand small plant I'll add to finish it off. Now it's time to grab our new and refreshed pieces. The painted basket should be dry, so what I like to do is place it on that bottom shelf under our coffee table. I also like to roll up a cozy blanket and stick it inside. And now that I'm watching this back, I am super excited. I love to bounce colors around the room, and if you can see that the dresser is that dark brown, now the basket is dark brown, and then if you bounce up over to the wall, there's also that brown. So you almost make an inverted triangle, which is a super important kind of tip or detail that designers use to get a very pulled together look. To style the coffee table, I'm adding my largest decor piece first, which was that large vase. Then I'm going to come in with some of my favorite coffee table books, which are all decor and design inspired. Then I will layer in decorative pieces and bowls. This gold one came from Target. I absolutely love that this was in the Studio McGee line. Just love all the curves of it. Then I'm going to add in another vase. Now this one looks antique, but it's actually from Hobby Lobby. And then I'll add just a basket to hold coasters. I think that will just add another element and texture to the space. And then to complete the whole look, I'll finish it up by adding more of those Norfolk pine stems to just unite all the spaces together. To this side of the sofa, I like to bring in that handled basket and fill it with lots of blankets. And so you might notice I'm adding a black blanket to repeat the black color of the lamp on this side. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am with the color change of the handles. Now my eye isn't drawn to the basket in a negative way, and it only took me a couple of minutes to change the look. Super simple, but impactful to me. To the sconces adjacent to the mirror, I'm adding these flameless flickering candles. For this tabletop surface, I'll do a little bit of layering. First with this print that came from Hobby Lobby. I love that it has just a little bit of leaves on twigs with the two perched birds. Then I'm bringing in another Hobby Lobby vase filled with those same Norfolk pine. Then decorating with a grouping of 3, I found this beautiful angular gold tray from Target, and I just love just that gold and how I've sprinkled that around the room. And on top of it, I'm adding this glass votive that has those pretty rib detail with a votive candle that is battery operated. And then to pull the painting forward, I'm adding this cute little bird that came from Hobby Lobby. And that's all I'm doing here on this console table. Okay, friends, well, the last bit of decorating is always my favorite, and that is adding tons and tons of textured pillows to the sofa and love seat. First, I'm coming in with a base of neutral pillows. For winter, I love to bring in different textures. So I'm going to add this faux leather one. It brings in that cognac color. Then I'm bringing in this plaid pillow that is just a little bit smaller, but still pulls in that cognac color. And then for a peak of spring, I'm adding this super cozy pillow that has just a touch of cream flowers. All these were pillow covers from Amazon. I love using all different type of pillows to create just a cozy, really interesting look. Now over on our love seat, I'm going to pretty much do the exact same arrangement with the addition of a plaid, dark, moody type blanket that I'll just throw casually on one end. All right, sweet friends. Well, that wraps up today's video and the winter decorating here in our living room. I really love how it turned out. I love all the dark colors. It just gives a moody type feel and very cozy, especially for winter. I'd love to hear how you're decorating for winter. Are you keeping out your snowmen and snowflakes? Are you jumping straight into spring decor? Or are you like me and incorporating more moody neutrals to warm up your space? I'd love to hear. Well, you'll have to let me know also what was your favorite space that I decorated with today. Now, as we end our time together, I'd love to share a daily Bible verse. So today I'm reading from Psalm chapter 4, verse 1. Answer me when I call you, O my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Be merciful to me and hear my prayer. Well, I thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, I'd appreciate a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already. It's totally free. And all you do is click that subscribe button and my videos will show up in your feed, especially if you go over and hit that bell icon and select all. That way YouTube will notify you when I upload any new video, which is typically on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Well, I thank you so much again for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you real soon in my next one. Take care and God bless, friends. Bye.